rolling through because I had something on my mind. I used to be colored. I used to be colored, and I can't explain it or make sense out of the nonsense, but I used to be colored, and I understood. I understood that it meant that I had to sit at the back of the bus behind the chicken wire to separate me so that the color didn't rub off. And sometimes it meant being ejected off of the bus when the seats were needed for, but I used to be colored. And I understood. I understood that it meant that my schools were farther and smaller and oftentimes vandalized because it was felt that coloreds couldn't comprehend, especially if it was written on paper or in books. Laws were passed making it illegal for me to learn how to read, how to handicraft these words, these oral solutions presented, hopeful illusions, but we learned anyway. You see, I used to be colored, and I understood. I understood that it meant that a young boy named Emmett could be rounded up and executed, beaten, and drowned. Wholesale slaughter without the USDA branding. But that would have been humane. Executed, and no one was convicted, but they did confess for a magazine article in some old dead president's their brutal street justice off of a lie that Carol Bryant Donham admitted. Oh, yeah, 60 plus years later. And prayerfully, Miss Mamie is resting with her only child because she was fearful to ever again give a life that could be taken. And by the way, Carol's conversation is protected. Yes, protected and warehoused on the campus of the University of North Carolina until 2036. 2036. 2036. She has protection and has always had protection. And in death, she will still have protection. What a privilege. Not afforded to Emmett. Not to Miss Mamie. All because I used to be colored. And I understood. I understood that Private Felix Hall, Private Felix Hall, a Negro soldier, imagine this, who volunteered to put his life on the line for this country, allegedly his country. Yeah. Can we say, my country, 'tis of thee, my land of poverty, of thee we sing. Land where the lynch mobs led, parties where my kinfolk bled, trees swinging, bodies hanging dead, no liberty. Not for Private Felix Hall. Colored. 8 months before the Pearl Harbor bombing, terrorist cells were in training with green military uniforms that bore United States Army patches and Caucasian-skinned men at Fort Benning, Georgia. March 1941. 19 years old. From Alabama. Private Felix Hall was lynched on a United States military base. Private Felix Hall at Fort Benning, Georgia, had voluntarily joined the colored unit that was in training to be deployed to fight in Europe. maggots were eating his flesh, but not enough to erase the fact or notice that he, too, was colored. Right here at Voxwav, baby. Right here.